And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Welcome to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson joined by the legendary Shaquille O'Neal, starting to get into the thick of the NBA season. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. And taking a look here at the Clippers, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. One of the most fun guys to watch in the NBA, Ricky Rubio of Minnesota.
AKA the Spanish Pistol Pete. I love his passing and his defense, but it's tough to win at the highest level, Ernie, when opponents can sag off and dare you to shoot.
If he is Pistol Pete of Spain, you know what his name would be?
La Pistola.
La Pistola. Hey, it's time for Kevin Harlan.
It's one of the busiest hubs in the world as the planes land and depart at LAX. It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Timberwolves come into town for this one. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Going to bring you the NBA right here on 2K Sports. Taking a look at the Clippers. Well, they didn't have the success they hoped for in the recent road trip, but now is the time to regroup for a win with the help of their tremendous fans.
Right now for the Clippers, they've gotten off to the kind of start that you wouldn't have been able to imagine. It's been a lot bumpier than anticipated.
Yeah, they've got some talent, and I think most people thought this team would be pretty good. And yet everything's gone wrong for them to this point in the season, and they better be careful. I mean, this season could really fall apart for them.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Garnett, and it's Jang in at the 5, down low.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Now here's Paul. Now Griffin inside. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. Rubio dishes to Pekovic. 14 feet away. Rebound by the Clippers. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
Well, from their sweep of this season series a year ago, pretty clear why one team wound up in the postseason and the other one went home.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
This Friday, December 5th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. Make sure to catch it.
Now we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Pretty impressive quarter for this club, showing great confidence in their ability to come out and play well.
Steve, I agree. I mean, they've been the more aggressive team early on, and it shows.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Gary Neal. Pekovic is out there with Payne. Then there's Muhammad, and it's Rubio in at the 1.
Well, Nikola Pekovic, a battering ram style of play, but really soft hands for a big guy. I think that combination makes him one of the most effective inside scorers in the league.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
On defense, the Clippers. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Bennett kicks to Rubio. Over Barnes. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got his second basket. So it's the Clippers now. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Paul passes to Crawford. And another 3 for the Clippers. Here's Rubio. Over to the left wing. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. No good with the triple. Pause.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Critical for him to knock down those free throws, guys. They had to come away with the lead on that trip.
And the first half ends in a close one. Clippers lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into the second half, what do you expect to see from this offense you're facing tonight?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Jamal Crawford really making a difference here.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just the little things that make all the difference. He's been terrific in so many areas out there.
You know, the numbers don't necessarily jump out at you, but he's really making his presence felt out there with everything he's doing.
CP3 at point with Redick there at the back there. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Turkoglu in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Here's Minnesota, trailing by 4. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, Clark, they really shot terribly from downtown in that one and eventually paid the price for it.
They sure did. I mean, sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but theirs wasn't quite strong enough.
Martin dishes to Rubio. Back to Martin. He kicks to Rubio. And taken away by Paul. From deep three-point range. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
Coming up Tuesday, December 2nd, Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder go up against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans, live from New Orleans. Don't miss out.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feat, putting him way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
The timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
On offense, here are the Clippers. 4-point game. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Martin is out there with Gary Neal. And there's Pekovic. Then it's Payne, and it's Muhammad in at the 3 spot. Here's Griffin. Oh, he almost dunked it home, but he'll go to the line. That's on Nikola Pekovic.
Well, that's the best possible play there. I mean, that was an easy 2, so instead foul him, make him shoot free throws.
That's right. A smart, strong foul there. No and ones and no dunks.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well done at the free throw line. I'll tell you what, that will make things a lot easier on them if they can continue to convert.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Neal. The shot will not go. Good D by Jordan. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Redick with the bucket.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
Kicks it to Neal. Here's Payne. The three-pointer, no good. And the Clippers have possession. It's Crawford with the drive. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Muhammad, no luck. From half court, off the mark. So the Clippers winning this one easily. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Jamal Crawford.